the Cold War series, nuclear standoff, the age of mad, mutually assured destruction. Episode 3. By the late 1940s, the world had entered a terrifying new era. Victory in war had brought peace, but also the power to destroy all life on Earth. Two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, now faced each other across an invisible battlefield. This was the beginning of the age of nuclear standoff, a balance of terror known as mad, mutually assured destruction. Join us as we uncover 6 defining chapters in the Cold War, a struggle that changed history without a single direct battle. 1. America's nuclear monopoly ends. In 1945, the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world watched in horror as entire cities vanished in seconds. For a few years, America held a monopoly on this terrifying power. But in 1949, the Soviet Union detonated its first atomic bomb, instantly ending the US monopoly. The world had changed forever. No nation could act without fear of retaliation. 2. The logic of mad. The superpowers faced a paradox. If one attacked, the other would retaliate and both would be destroyed. This doctrine became known as mutually assured destruction. It was a fragile piece held together by fear, not trust. Every decision, every policy, every crisis would now carry the weight of potential annihilation. 3. The arms race begins. The 1950s and 60s saw an unprecedented arms race. Each side raced to build more missiles, bigger bombs, and advanced delivery systems. Hydrogen bombs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, nuclear submarines technology became the ultimate weapon of intimidation. The world became a dangerous place. One misstep could trigger catastrophe. 4. The Cuban Missile Crisis. The ultimate test came in October of 1962. Soviet missiles were discovered in Cuba, just 90 miles from Florida. For 13 days, the world held its breath. President John F. Kennedy demanded removal. Nikita Khrushchev resisted. For the first time, nuclear war seemed imminent. In the end, diplomacy prevailed. The Soviets removed their missiles. The United States promised not to invade Cuba, but the world had seen how close it had come to total annihilation. 5. The culture of fear across the globe. Ordinary people lived under the shadow of the bomb. Bomb shelters, drills, and propaganda became part of daily life. And yet, despite the fear, both nations continued to expand their arsenals because in this new era, weakness was more dangerous than strength. 6. The global consequences. The nuclear standoff shaped not just governments, but culture, diplomacy, and society. It sparked peace movements, treaties, and the first real conversations about global survival. The world learned that in the age of mad, humanity itself was the ultimate hostage. For decades, the superpowers lived under the threat of total destruction. The nuclear standoff was never just a political strategy, it was a way of life. Every decision, every crisis, every Cold War showdown carried the shadow of annihilation. Subscribe for Episode 4, The Korean War, the first Cold War battlefield. The Cold War series USA versus USSR, 40 years that changed the world.